Excellent. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming to class.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's start today because I think we need some wake up vibes with some shoulder swings. Just cross your arms in front of you and back, trying to make them as big and loose as possible. Yeah, hope so. And then alternate directions, one up and one down, switching as you go, crossing in front of you. Good morning to your body. Take your hands in front of you, interlace your fingers, push your palms forward, and reach your pinky fingers up and back. Taking a deep inhale. Exhale, long and slow. 2 more breaths like that. Inhale. Reaching your hands up taller. Exhale, relaxing your shoulders. Last time, inhale, look up maybe. And exhale, release. Now we do a little bit of breathing with our collapsing our back over our knees. Just relax. Exhale. Inhale and come up. Exhale and drop. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more time. Excellent. And release. Now come to the top of your mat, feet together. Arms straight in front of you, parallel to the ground. And slide down like you're in an elevator to a seated position. Your heels can lift up off the ground, balancing, using your core. And when you get all the way down, reach forward and sit your hips back. And relax into Shavasana. Corpse pose, legs slightly apart, arms maybe at 45 degrees, palms facing up. We're going to take a few moments here to connect with our breath before we get started with our practice. Just take notice of where your breath is now and watch it slow down a little bit as we relax. Gradually, we're going to be able to put some attention to our breath and intention into our breath. So we'll begin our breath with our belly, inhaling and lifting the belly up, feeling it rise. The chest lifts and then the upper collarbone lifts. The exhale is the same way. The belly collapses, mid-chest and collarbone. This is a deep belly breath. Inhale, starting with your belly. Ribs and chest, expanding those lungs, and exhale. Inhale again deeply, starting with the belly. Feel it rise like a wave to the top of your lungs. And in the belly, ribs and chest collapsing. Inhale from your belly, ribs, chest. Take a few moments just to try to find that breath, but without working too hard at it. So now that we've got the pattern, let's see if we can release some of the focus and relax into this wave of the breath. Stretch your arms above your head, towards the river, but not in it. And stretch your body long. It's like the first thing I do in the morning when I wake up. Yeah. And release. Tuck your knees into your chest and begin a gentle roll, just a small one on your back. Kind of feel what's a little achy or or tight. See if you can just roll around into that. Opening up that channel in the spine where all your energy flows. Drop your feet to the ground. Extend your arms out to the left and the right. And then drop your knees over to your right, looking over your left hand with a gentle twist. And find that belly breath. And you'll notice as you exhale, you may release a little bit farther into the position without having to use any force. One more breath here. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Drop your knees to the opposite side, over to your left, looking over your right arm. And again, connect with that breath. Feel it start in your belly and rise into that upper back. Your back ribs expand, and as you exhale, you may find yourself twisting just a little bit farther. Exhale fully. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. Go ahead and do a nice rock. We're going to rock through to sit. So rock up to whatever size you want, but you can do a big one. Don't be afraid to get all of those edges of your spine. And then cross your legs and come forward to seated position. Beautiful. We will take a minute, do one Om together, taking your hands in front of your chest in a prayer position, and go ahead and congratulate yourself for showing up, because that is the hardest part of class. It only gets easier. Inhale deeply. Exhale all the air out. Inhale deeply. For From here, we'll begin with some gentle neck circles. You can release your hands down to your knees, circling in one direction, inhaling as you go backing up, lifting that chest, don't crunch your neck, and exhaling as you come forward. Inhaling, backing up, lifting your chest up so you get spacious on your neck, exhaling as you come forward. One more time in that direction. Inhale. And exhale. When you're back down in center, switch to the other side. Inhale, up and back, lifting your chest, making your spine long. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward. One more time. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back up to neutral. And as you exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. One more time like that. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, right shoulder. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, left shoulder.
Here for the pool.
Inhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. center.
When we come back.
Inhale, exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Now, reaching forward, come forward onto your hands and knees. And we'll continue our spinal warm-ups with some cat-cows. If you want to wiggle out your ankles, I always like to come onto my knees and do that first. Place your feet down on the ground, connecting your top of your feet to the ground strongly. When you inhale, you're going to lift your tailbone and your chest, looking up. And when you exhale, round your chest, lifting your upper back up to the sky. Inhale, tailbone and chest lift. And exhale, round into cat. Inhale, chest and tailbone. Make sure you lift out of your shoulders, don't sink down in. And exhale, round. Now from here we're going to come back into a neutral spine. Extend first our right leg back, and then our left for plank pose. Shoulders immediately above the hands, the wrists, and hold here for 3 breaths. Eyes slightly forward to the top of your mat. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Last inhale. And then on the exhale, drop down to your knees, lowering your chest in between those hands. You can use your chin or your forehead on the ground. Inhale, coming up to a baby cobra. Toes together, using your upper back to lift your chest up and forward. Exhale back to an extended child's pose, pushing your hips back towards your feet. Extend your arms forward and long, rounding your back. Tucking your toes in that position, leaving your hands exactly where they are. Lift your hips up and back for your first downward dog of the day. You can take a minute here to walk out your feet, bending first one knee and pushing the other heel down to the ground, and then switching, bending the other knee, pushing your heel down to the ground, really finding some length in your spine. Take a few steps, walk back and forth. And then when you're ready, begin by walking your feet forward to the top of the mat slowly till they're between your hands. Bend your knees slightly and inhale and look up. From here, I want you to do whatever you can to try and lay your chest on your thighs. We're keeping our legs bent, but trying to find that connection between our bellies and our thighs as much as possible. And relax your neck and upper shoulders. Great breathing. Go ahead and sit a little deeper and round up to stand. Open your palms out in a mountain pose. Your toes come together, touching in the front. Heels are slightly apart. Gives you a little bit wider of a base. Relax your shoulders. Give them a few rolls back and then let them settle down. So there's not too much energy in the arms. They're kind of just flat by your side. Your palms face out. And once you have that opening across your chest, go ahead and turn them in, your hands, so they face your thighs, maintaining that openness across the chest bone. Beautiful. And from there, we go ahead and we take our hands up and back. Inhale for our prayer position. Yeah. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, arms up and back. Lift your chest to the sun. Exhale, fold forward over those hips. Inhale, take your right leg back long. Drop your knee down. And go ahead and lift your hands up onto that front knee. We'll take 3 deep breaths here. Don't forget to find your belly. If you want a little more challenge, you're welcome to raise your arms up. Engaging your upper back muscles to pull your arms close together. Exhale, hands down, framing that front foot. Shoot that left foot back to meet the right. Plank pose. Knees, chest and chin or forehead. Inhale up to cobra. Feet together, chest lifted. Exhale, push back into downward dog. Inhale, lift your right foot. Step it forward between your hands. Left knee down. Chest and chin up. You're welcome to bring your hands onto that front knee if you like. Breathing deeply, sinking into that front hip. If you want to lift your arms up on the inhale, engaging your back, finding a little more balance and strength, stability. One more inhale. Exhale, hands frame that front foot. Step your back foot forward to meet it. Inhale deeply, exhale, fold forward over your hips. Inhale, arms up, flat back. Lift your chest. Exhale, relax. Inhale, arms up and back. Lifting your chest. Exhale, fold forward over your hips. Great job. Inhale, step that left foot back long. Drop the knee down. Inhale, bring your arms up from the beginning. You can take your gaze forward, or if it's comfortable, you can look up. We're going to go ahead and take this left hand, cross it over our right knee for a little baby twist if you want to put your hands together in prayer. This is a great twist for the lower back, so you might want to take some breath in there with a little more space in that spine. Inhale, arms up, back to center. Exhale, shoot that right foot back to meet the left. Plank pose. Knees, chest and chin, forehead. Inhale, up to cobra. It's all in your upper back. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, lift that left foot forward, up, bring it forward between the hands. Drop that knee down. Go ahead and inhale, arms up. Gazes forward or up at your hands. Bring your attention to your breath. On your next exhale, twist over that left knee, right arm to left knee, hands in prayer. Breathe deeply. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms back to center. Exhale, hands down. Bring that back foot to the front. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, fold forward over those legs. Inhale, flat back, arms up and back. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up and back. Exhale, fold forward at your hips. Inhale, shoot that right foot back. Knee down. Go ahead and lift your arms up. From here, we're going to take our hands down, lift that knee up. Yeah, back knee, back still long, long spine. And drop your back heel down. Keeping your hips facing the swimming pool, go ahead and come up into Warrior One. Breathe deeply. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now on your inhale, go ahead and open up, facing the grill. Looking over your left hand, reach those arms long like somebody's pulling you in each direction. Yeah, and then come to balance in the center spot. You can really sink into those hips. Make sure you have some engagement on that back foot. It'll take some of the weight out of your front leg. On your inhale, drop your back arm down your leg and lift your left arm up. Exhale, fold forward, cartwheeling those arms, left arm down, right arm over your ear. Beautiful. Two more times like that. Inhale up, left arm up, right arm down your knee. Exhale, cartwheel your arms forward, side angle pose. Inhale, back to center, left arm up. And exhale, last time. Now drop both your hands to frame that front foot. Shoot that left leg back to meet the right. Plank pose strong. Knees, chest and chin on your exhale. Inhale, up to cobra. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, bring that right foot forward between your hands. Drop that knee down. Go ahead and sink into those hips a little bit. We're going to then lift that back knee up. Drop the heel down. Keeping those hips square to the pool. Go ahead and lift up for Warrior One. Breathe deeply. Imagine someone is pulling your arms up gently. So you lift up out of the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open up to the side. Stretching your arms left and right, looking over your front arm, your right. Find that center place and then settle into it. Find your breath. Looking over your front fingers, Warrior Two. Now we're going to inhale, lift our right arm up, drop your left arm back. Exhale over to side angle pose. Inhale, right arm up and back. Exhale, side angle. Stretching long, fingertip, hip to ankle. Inhale, last time up. Exhale, nice and long. Frame your front foot with your hands. Step that back foot forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold forward over your hips. Inhale, arms up and back. Exhale, release. Find that mountain pose. Connect back with your breath deeply. On your next inhale, lift your arms up forward and take that elevator ride back down to the ground. This really develops core muscles, reaching forward as you sit your hips back. And then find Shavasana, releasing back down to the mat. This is the good juicy stuff. palms facing up, feet apart, toes relaxed, ankles relaxed. Put your attention on your breath only. Only you, the breath, and breathe. Now, if you guys are comfortable, your head's not on the backboard, as long as you have some space. If not, you might want to scoot up a few inches. It's okay if your ankles go up on the brick right now. We're going to do some leg lifts. So, ideally, they don't come all the way to the ground anyway. So that little brick is a nice reminder. You hover right above it, yes? And you're going to go up and down, but never touching the bottom, right? You don't want to release. So we can take our hands and place them by our sides. If you have any lower back discomfort in life at all, it's really nice to put your hands underneath your hips, like under your buttocks. And that gives you a lot of extra lower back support. So that's also a really nice way to do it. We're going to inhale for a count of 4, lifting our legs up. 3, 4. Exhale. 1, releasing them down. 2, 3, 4, hovering. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale down. Think of reaching your toes over across that pool. And last time, inhale up. And exhale down. All the way, release down. You can take your hands by the sides of your body. We're going to come up into Navasana or boat pose. All the way up. It's like a V with your body. And if you feel stable here, you can practice lifting your fingers up. Yeah, or you can reach your arms all the way forward. Keep breathing. And release. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug. Thank your back and your abdomen for working so hard. Go ahead and rock forward. Come up to your knees. We will do, for headstand, we'll do the one-legged headstands, 3-legged headstands. So we do the same thing we worked on last time, where we grab our opposite elbows. We'll open our hands up, interlacing our fingers so that this distance is pre-measured for us, yeah? And then from here, we come into a downward dog, yeah? And then to practice headstand, you can place the top of your head in that nook your hands make. Walk your feet forward, and then just lift one leg up. Yeah? And then we can switch. So that's a nice headstand prep, so that we don't have to worry about falling on the bricks today. Yeah. When we go into a real studio, we'll get the full headstand effect. So go ahead and make some space in front of you on your mats. From your knees, interlock your hands on your elbows, opposite elbows. Placing your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Open up your hands and interlace your fingers. You can go ahead and put your head down in that nook, the top of your head on the ground, and lift your hips up. Yeah, beautiful. Walk them forward. And lift the leg, yeah. This is such a great lower back stretch. Beautiful. And after you've done both sides, maybe take a rest. We'll do it a few times, so we'll have plenty of practice. Nice long back. guys have great form. Do you want to do headstand one at a time and I'll spot you so you won't fall? Yeah, Claudia's in. All right. Claudia first. Beautiful. Head down. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Excellent. Now go ahead and bend both your knees. Yeah, that's fine. Now squeeze my hand. Excellent. Tuck that tummy in. And whenever you're ready, come back down with control. Woo! Beautiful. All right, Miss Agave. Tuck your toes. Walk your hips forward. Excellent. Now lift one leg up. And just bring the other one up to join. Beautiful. Squeeze your feet on my hand. There, you got it. Excellent. Excellent. And leave enough energy to come down with control. Yeah. Sweet. 11 versions. Go ahead and walk.
Great.
Forward. Beautiful. You can lift one leg up. Yeah. And bring the other to the joint. Great. Yeah. Squeeze my hand. Beautiful. You guys have got great headstands. I love it. And you can step down full forward with your hips. Yeah, I love it. That tuck is a really nice way that Chris was just doing to get in and out of it because it gives you a little bit more, it gives you more abdomen control. So in the end, we kind of stepped up to it because of the way we were doing the headstand prep, right? But in the end, the idea is to do it bending your knees first, yeah? Knees up, and then feet up. And then you do the same thing in reverse coming down, and this coming down is working against gravity, so you're building all that core muscle strength that you need to stay up there, yeah? But those were beautiful, I'm super excited. Let's go back to Shavasana and celebrate. Woo! We just sent all of our energy into the crown of our head, shooting a lot of life force into the brain. Relax and come back to your breath. Now I think we'll do shoulder stand a little bit. We might just do plow, but go ahead and scoot your buttocks forward towards the brick we have here. So your feet may be up on the top. So you have maximum space behind you. Yeah. So shoulder stand. Sometimes we tend to roll our shoulders forward and have this like hunchy office, right? You guys maybe less with your jobs, but that happens to a lot of people. So sometimes when you get down to do shoulder stand, you want to roll your shoulder blades down and tuck them in under your back so you have a broader base, right? So now my shoulder blades are flat on the ground, giving me a really stable base for shoulder stand. And all I have to do to get into it is do a leg lift like we were doing earlier, and then keep sending my feet up and back, taking my hands to my lower back. Yeah? And then from here, you can do one leg and then the other. But keep your chin tucked to your chest at all times. Don't look left and right. It's not, it'll be really bad for your cervical spine. So just, this is a pose is all about you. You don't have to worry about what other people are doing. Keeping your chest tucked to your chin. So whenever you're ready, lay down on your back. Tuck your shoulders under, palms down on the ground, giving you some strength. Lift your feet up, and then keep rolling them up and back, grabbing onto your lower back. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, and if you want, lift your one leg up and then the other. Beautiful. Chris, go ahead and use your arms under your back, like on your, yeah. When you're in plow and you have your feet on the ground, it's okay to release your hands, but it's better when you're in a shoulder stand to keep it up. Now for fun, Keeping your left leg up, nailed to the sky, drop your right leg down behind your head. Either way, whatever way happens. Great. Lift that leg back up, switch. Nailing that top foot up to the sun, dropping the other one behind you. Both legs up together. You may feel yourself a little bit taller. Drop your feet over behind your head for plow. And then roll out one vertebrae at a time. Yeah, using your arms as brakes. Beautiful. Go ahead and bend your knees when you get down. Yeah. Just because you guys aren't on flat ground. Awesome. Take a few deep breaths here. If you need to, take your head left and right, releasing any tension you might have in your neck. Those were awesome. So the next pose we're going to do is going to be fish pose. It's the oppositional complementary pose to shoulder stand. So we just stretched our cervical spine really strongly this way. So now we're going to do the opposite and open up across our chest. Yeah? You're going to want to scoot back on your mat. But you'll still need your head within the boundaries of your space. For me, I need to bend my knees, lift my hips, and bring my hands underneath my buttocks. Yeah, and I can interlock my hands at first to get my shoulders underneath, but then you want your palms facing down on the ground, and your buttocks lays on your forearms. Yeah? Go ahead and take a breath here, and see if you can expand across your upper chest and make that space a little wider before we even get started. Exhale. On your next inhale, push down on your forearms, lifting your chest to the sun and rolling your head back so the top of your head reaches to the ground. And then breathe deeply. Beautiful, Claudia. Excellent, James. Good job, good job. Breathe deeply. Lifting your chest up. Widening across those shoulder blades. Your collarbone. That's got to be a beautiful view. Exhale and release. Coming back to Shavasana for a second. The Shavasana after fish is always my favorite one of the whole practice, so don't be afraid to enjoy it.
That was really about my lower back.
Yeah. You want to have some length in that lower back. The work of it is actually in lifting your chest and your shoulder blades, but you have a lot of upper back flexibility already, so you've got a nice rounded arch back there. Beautiful. When you're ready, come to sit. Scoot your hips back just a little bit for a forward bend. We're going to warm up our hips a little bit today by doing an alternating left and then right forward bend. So bring your right knee up to bend, tucking your foot in to your left thigh, and then instead of being open, kind of like this, close that back off and still stay with your headlights of your hips directed over that front leg. Yeah. So sit up as tall as you can. Inhale your arms up, and then like a book folding, like a hinge here. Keep your back straight as long as possible as you fold over your leg. When you get as far as you can straight, bend your lower back a little bit. Then your middle back. And then release your shoulders and head down. Take your hands and make contact with your leg wherever that is. Your shin, your thigh, your foot. And release your head and neck. Breathing deeply. As you exhale, release more. This is a Paschimottanasana. It's the one-legged version, but it's also known as the pose of the West. And I think it's the pose of the West because we have a tendency to push through everything, and this pose is about surrender. You have to just release. Great job. Inhale, come up, reach your arms up tall, switch legs, stick that leg out straight, bring your left in, bending your left knee, keeping the headlights of your hips over that extended front leg. Lift your arms up, inhale, get longer in your spine. Exhale, reach forward like a book at the hinge. Only then, lower back, middle back, and upper back collapses over your leg. Breathing deeply. See if when you inhale deeply, you can find a little length in your spine, and when you exhale, a little bit of surrender or release. Inhale, reach your arm forward and up, tall. Exhale, release. Both legs together, straight in front of you. Full Paschimottanasana. Ground your hips down, do whatever you have to do to feel good there. Reach your arms up and tall on your inhale. On your exhale, fold forward, still like a book. Stretching your arms as far as they'll go, and then beginning with bending your lower back, middle back, and upper back. Oh, wow, look at that. Reach your arms forward and up. Get tall again. And release down. This time we come to our belly. Swing your legs around. Head forward. The relaxation pose here is making a pillow with your hands, touching your toes, and sticking your heels out to the side. Turn your face to one side or the other, placing your cheek on your hands. Now from here, we're going to do some back strengthening. So we're going to extend our arms forward, bring our feet together, forehead on the ground. And on the inhale, all at once, imagine somebody is pulling your hands and arms apart. So you end up lifting by getting longer. Yeah? And hold there, breathing. Yes, beautiful, excellent. Job with the shoulders. And reach your hands out to the side, keeping your feet up. Fly. Yeah. Flying. And reach them back forward. Don't give up yet. One more deep breath. And exhale, come down. Woo. Make a pillow with your hands. Toes touching. Turn your head in the opposite direction. You want to balance out that neck. Left and right. A few deep breaths here. Now we're going to push back into child's pose. And then come up to sit on our shins, on our heels. Now this pose is camel, and it does, if you aren't careful, the tendency can be to use a lot of your lower back to reach your hands back to the ground. But the idea, and how I love to get into it, is you can also do this to raise your feet. So these are your options. Your feet can be here, and they can also be here. So the way I love to get into this pose is to really sink into my breath, find it, yeah? And then with each inhale and exhale, I lift my chest up. And for me, I can do it this way, but it's so much more palpable if I have my hand on my chest. And I lift my chest, 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 and I lift my chest. And when I can't go any more, then I can draw my hands back, yeah? Or you can have your heels. Your head can be forward, or you can release it back. And if you don't reach, yeah, exactly, just hold there. It took me years to get this. Beautiful. Your hips are looking great, straight over your knees. Exhale, release, come back to child's pose. Good job. Slither your body forward, back to your belly. We have one more to do here. It's Dhanurasana, or wheel pose. So taking all that nice work we just did in the upper back and camel, opening up those shoulders and chest, you're going to want to use that same action here in bow pose. As you reach back for your heels, on the inhale, you lift your elbows, your chest, your head, your feet. Everything raises up. And breathe. Yeah, excellent. That one, yeah. That's a good stretch. Push back to your knees, come back into child's pose, head on the ground. Arms can be extended in front of you if you prefer, or you can reach them back to your feet. Take 3 breaths here. Go ahead and sit back up on your heels. Take a seat on your bum. Bend your left leg in to your right hip. Take that right foot on the outside of your left knee. Now, we want to try to make sure this hip stays down. So if your hip rides up a little bit, it may be easier to keep that leg straight. That's totally cool. Try to find whatever it is that gets you both hips on the ground. Yeah. I like that choice for you guys. Awesome. So from here, drop your right hand behind you, fingers facing back. Inhale your left arm up and cross it over in a closed way around that knee. You can do your palm facing up. You can reach down for the ground. You can eventually find your knee or your foot. Now as we find our breath here, don't forget that as you inhale, your spine gets longer. And as you exhale, you release some of that tension, and you might be able to twist a little more. Looking over your back shoulder. And back to center. Switch legs. Tucking your left foot in. Right foot over your left knee. You can totally keep that leg straight. Keep your hip down. Dropping your left hand behind you. Am I right? Your right hand behind you. Yeah. Left arm up and twist. Yeah, you guys, I did the same side twice. Right arm up and twist, thank you. Inhale taller, exhale release. And exhale back to center. Bring your knees in, give them a nice little tuck, head down. This kind of neutralizes all that spine work we've been doing. Now we're going to come forward and let's do crow again because we did it already once, so it's a nice balancing pose. You'll come into Malasana, which is a squat. Your heels can be up. If they go down to the ground, that's great. But if your heels are still up, that's totally fine too. So you're going to start in squat, and then our two options just to remind for crow. One is to put your knees all the way up in your armpits, yeah? And then when I come up into the position, basically my forearm and my shin are together in contact, yeah? So it's lifting my hips up. They're already in contact there, right? They're already there. And then I just fall forward, making sure I gaze forward. If I gaze down, that's what happens, right? So you gaze forward. That's the first option. The second option, if your knees you're not like able to get your knees up into your armpits yet, is to make your hands into a Hershey Kiss shape. So your elbows stick out a little bit, and then you have a nice shelf on which to put your knees. Yeah, now we have a shelf. The knees go on the shelf, and you lift your toes up. You can start by lifting one, lifting the other. Just give it a shot a few times. If you're on the shelf, you really have to use those abductor muscles and squeeze your hips in. Don't forget to breathe. If your wrist gets sore, you're welcome to take a minute and flip them over. Sometimes it can be a lot on your wrists. And we'll come up to stand to do our beautiful tree pose. Which, since we have trees over here, we'll do it again facing the other direction. Make sure you square off your feet, finding the four corners, your ball of your big foot, the ball of your pinky toe, the big toe, and both sides of your heels. Once you find that grounded place, you can lift your right heel up and place it wherever you want on your leg. You can use your shin, you can come all the way up to your thigh, whatever you like. Hands in front of your chest. Eyes focused on that tree, whatever that singular spot is, that's your balance point. If you've got that, you're welcome to lift your arms up. And breathe into this tree. Make it a living tree. And exhale and come down. Switching sides, finding your balance on that right foot. Ball of your foot, ball of the pinky toe, big toe side, both sides of your heel. You can take your foot to your shin, bring it up to your thigh, hands in front of your chest. Once you find that balancing pose, you're welcome to lift your arms up. And breathe. Woo. grips. Grabbing onto your shins, ankles. If you like to tuck your hands under, palms on the bottom of your feet, that's sometimes a nice one, especially after some crow. Wherever your hands go, just make contact with your leg in some shape or form. And breathe.
This is not tight.
Yeah, relax your head. Beautiful. And don't be afraid to shift some weight forward into those toes. We tend to stick our bum out a little bit, but we can really come a little bit more forward than you realize. Yeah, excellent. And on your inhale, inhale your arms forward and up. Stretching up tall. Release. We're going to step that right foot back, taking a long stance. Looking over towards the pool. 3 feet, 4 feet, something like that, yeah. Turn your left foot to face the pool, your right foot faces forward. Your ankle of your left foot lines up to the middle of your arch of your right foot, yeah? Inhale, reach your arms out to the side. Now shift your hips back towards the river as you reach your left arm forward, forward, forward. And when you can't go forward anymore, drop it down to wherever it is on your leg. Reaching that right arm straight up to the sky and looking up. Stay there, keep breathing. Beautiful. There you go. Inhale and come up. Switch your feet. Right foot points towards the river. Right heel, middle of your left arch. Inhale, take your arms out to the side. Take your hips back towards the pool. And then reach your right arm forward as far as it'll go. And then drop it down to your shin. Reaching your left arm up and revolving your chest open towards the sky. Breathing deeply here. Yeah. Inhale and come up. I like that so much, we're going to do it one more time. Triangle pose to the left side. Arms out, facing the pool. Shift your hips back to the river. This time, pull forward, drop your left arm down to your shin. And now see if you can take that right arm over and glue it to your ear. This will increase that stretch in that side body. And breathe, Claudia. Deeply. Inhale and come up. Yeah, it's good. Switch your feet, I love that. Facing your right foot facing the river, in between that arch of that back foot. Arms out to the side. Take your hips back to the pool. Shift your weight forward, reaching as far as you can. Drop that right arm down. Now take your left arm over to your ear and glue it there. And breathe. Yeah. No worries. Coming back up. Bringing your feet together at the top of your mat. Stretching up. Excellent. Exhale and release. For the last time, bring your arms up parallel to the ground. Raise your heels. Come onto your toes. All that core work we've done should pay off. Sink down like an elevator. And come into Shavasana, relaxation. Yes. Make sure you find yourself comfortable. Feet apart, ankles relaxed, arms relaxed. Wiggle your shoulders and your neck till you find that sweet spot where you think you can hang out and stay for a while without moving. Connect back with your breath. attention to the feet and the ankles. See if there's anything you can do in your feet and your ankles, your toes, the fascia on the bottom side of your foot. Anything at all to make it a little more comfortable or a little more relaxed. Bring your attention to your shins and your calves. See if just by looking at them in your mind's eye, just by putting your attention there, can you encourage them to relax just a little more. Investigate the connections in your knees. There's a lot going on in our knees. See if there's anywhere on the top, bottom, or even back underside of the knee, the armpit of the knee. See if there's anything you can do to relax a little more there. Bringing your attention to your thighs. Sinking into the ground, releasing your thighs. Relaxing your hips and your buttocks. Some pretty deep muscles there. There's almost always room to relax a little more in your hips. Now come into your belly and your lower back. We've done a lot of strengthening with our back and our belly and our core muscles. And we can thank them and tell them it's okay to relax now. Moving your attention into your upper body, your upper chest, your shoulder blades. See if you can relax a little more into the deck. Letting go. Now looking at our shoulder sockets and our upper arms. Is there anything we can release there? Let go of? Coming into your forearms and your hands, your fingers. Making sure everything is relaxed and released. Coming into your head and your neck. Imagine you're relaxing those big muscles around your shoulders, holding your neck on top, your head on top of your neck. Even bring your attention to your face. See if your eyes are maybe clenching a little bit. I always like to imagine putting an eye pillow on top. And that encourages those eyeballs to relax. Sometimes we have tension in our face and around our smile, our mouth. We can release that. Any tension in the jaw, we can release. Finally, see if there's anything in your brain you can release. Letting go of your thoughts and just existing in the present moment, in the sensation of laying on the deck, the sensation of the breeze on your skin, the sensation of your body fully supported by the earth under you, fully nourished from your practice. Taking your time, begin to pull your attention back to your body. Maybe just wiggling your fingers. Slowly reanimating that deep relaxation. Maybe rolling your wrists or ankles. You're welcome to give your body a big stretch or softly roll over to your side. Rolling over to the right side of your body. Hang there for just a minute. Using your hands to push you up, the minimal amount of effort in your body. Come back up to sit. Cross-legged position. Once again, bringing your hands in front of your chest. Taking a moment to offer your sincere thanks to yourself for coming to the practice with me. Thank you. Do one last Om together if you like. Inhale deeply, exhale. Inhale. Thank you guys for allowing me to teach class today.
Thank you very much. That was great. So happy I got out of bed.
It's so worth it every time,
Yes,
right?
yes, the motivation.
It's such a beautiful day. It was like the clouds were here protecting us
Cool.
from the sun. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's always nice to get up in the morning and do it. Try to do it at like 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Oh, no, it's so jelly.